Start.
Hello everybody. Yes, you all are safe at home because you all are wearing mask whenever you are going outside. But you all are healthy at home. What about your health? You all are doing the exercise for your good health? Yes, very good. Let's do some exercise with me to keep our body healthy. So all of you stand up. If you are sitting, come on, stand up all of you. Very good. Now, what you have to do first? Stand straight. Your hands also straight, legs also straight. See your shoulders, position of your shoulder. Very good. Now, what you have to do? You have to rotate your shoulder thrice at the backward side. Okay. So, rotate your shoulder. Come on, start. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Now, similarly, you have to rotate your shoulder forward direction thrice. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Take a long breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Very good. Now, rotate your neck at the right side. Slowly come at the center. Then at the left side. Then slowly come at the center. Very good. Your neck is also rotating. Very good. Now, both of you, everybody, what you have to do? You have to stretch your both the hands front. Stretch your hands. Very good. Then, put your both the hands on your shoulder. Good. Straight. Again, forward. Backward. Put your both hands on your shoulder. Very good. Just do the exercise for your fingers, thumb. Very good. Put your thumb inside. Just do like this. Very good. Rotate your wrist into the inner direction, outer direction. Very good. Now put your both the hands down. What? You all are feeling very fresh? Yes, of course. Exercise keep our mind fresh and our body healthy. Very good. But children, have you observed your all body is easily you can do the movements of all your body parts. How it is possible? Because your body is flexible. Easily you can do all these movements. Yes, correct. Whenever I am talking, my hands are moving, my fingers are moving, even my whole body is movable. Correct? So, this flexibility comes in our body. See this skeletal system here. See, every body part is flexible. We can move our hands, legs also, even my neck also, it's movable. See, like this. Okay. So, how this flexibility comes in our body? Due to the presence of joints. See, what is? Due to the presence of joints. If you will observe this skeletal, you will see there are the different joints are there. In the shoulder, there is a different type of joint is there. Here is a like a ball like structure is there. Here is also in your, we can say the elbow, there is a joint. Even in our finger also, if you will put your hand on right hand, on your left hand, and if you will see, you will feel that there is some joint is there. Yes? So, in our body, how many joints are there in our body? 250 to 350, near about 250 to 350 joints are present in our body. But do you know what is mean by joints? What is a joints means what? So, what is a joint? Let's see. Joint is a place where the two or more bones meet. If you will observe the skeletal, here the two bones are meeting at one place. That place is called as joint. Correct? But is there any glue is there to join the two bones? No. There is a special tissues are there, and that tissue is called as cartilage. What? Cartilage. So, here if you will observe this figure, here is the two bones are there, and that bones are joining with the special tissues. That tissue is called as cartilage. So, what is a cartilage? Cartilage, this is a type of tissue that covers the surface of bones at a joint. Where the joints are there in our body, there the special tissues are present. That tissues are called as cartilage, and that covers the surface of a bone. So, cartilage is very important in the joints. But here if you will observe this skeletal, each and every part of the skeletal is moving. Yes, these hands, legs, we can say even the skull also is rotating. If you will do your body parts also, see, your hands is also moving, your legs is also moving, your waist is also moving. Yes, neck also, you can rotate your shoulder also. Correct? So, there are, but you know children, there is a joint is present in the skull. That here in the skull there are the plates are there, and that plates are joined, but that plates are not movable. So, we cannot move that plates. Okay, that is called as cranium. What we call that plates? Cranium. Which is present in the skull. Okay, and that the joint which is present in the skull, that is a fixed joint. So, here we can say the joint which is present in the skull, that is a fixed joint, as well as the joint which is present in the upper jaw of our mouth. See, we can move the lower jaw of our mouth, but not for the upper jaw. We are not able to do the movement of upper jaw. So, there are the two types of joint, that is immovable joint and movable joint. Okay, the joint which are fixed, that is called as immovable joint, and joints that are movable joint, which are having the movement, that joint is called as movable joint. Okay. Now, in movable joint, there are also different types. Today, we are going to learn 4 main types of movable joint. Okay. Then, first, we will see in the movable joint first, that is ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint. Okay. Here, as you know that in where is the fixed joint is present? What is the example for that immovable joint or fixed joint? That is skull. Okay. That first of all we will see one image for the immovable joint. See, immovable joint is also called as fixed joint, and here in the skull, in that skeletal system, you are unable to see the plates of skull, but here in this image clearly you can see the plates which are fixed. Yes, and our upper jaw also. Okay, these two are the example of immovable joints. Bones at an immovable joint can't move at all. Okay, they either interlock or overlap. Okay. A good example is the joint between the plates, or you can say cranium. Okay. These plates are called cranium, and these are fused, means they are combining together. Okay. We have this type of joint in areas requiring great strength. It gives the great strength to your skull. So, immovable joint is present in the skull and upper jaw. But movable joints are present in our body everywhere in our body, we can say. So, today we are going to see the movable joint, first type, that is ball and socket joint. The structure of ball and socket joint is like this. We can say it's a ball and this is a socket, bony socket. With the help of this bony socket, we can rotate our body parts in all direction. We can say up, down, left, right. Okay. Here also you can see in the skeletal there is a ball is present and one socket is present. So this ball and socket joint is present in your shoulder. With the help of that you can rotate your shoulder. Yes, in this way. Have you observed in the cricket how the bowlers are doing the bowling? With the help of this ball and socket we can do the movement in all direction. So what are the example for this ball and socket joint? Where it is present? In our shoulder and hip. See here. Here. This ball is fixed into this socket. Yes. This is called as ball and socket joint. Okay. So ball and socket joint is present in your shoulder as well as in the hip. This is the first type of movable joint. Okay, I will show in the PPT also. See, one ball is there which is fixed into the socket. Movement in all three planes. You can move your shoulder and hip joints are ball and socket joint. It's a type of ball and socket joint. It is also called as multi-axial. Multi-axial means in all directions you can move that joint. So, for that it is called as ball and socket joint. Okay. Now, we will move forward for the next joint, movable joint, that is gliding joint. Which joint? Gliding joint. Okay. Now, if you will read this word, glide. Glide means what? Yes. Here, see, I will show you, I have done, see. Gliding means the position like this. You, with the help of gliding joint, you can move your body parts in this way, up, down, this side, even in rotation also. Yes, have you seen? See, up, down, left, right, even you can little bit you can rotate also. This is called as gliding joint. Where this gliding joint is present in our body? Let's see. See. Allows movement in one direction, back and forth. Okay. This is a hinge joint. We will see the gliding joint. Correct. This is the gliding joint. Gliding joint is a form of freely movable joint in which the bony surface glide over each other. Just now I have shown you this one bony structure is gliding on each other. Okay. And with the help of that we can do the movement of our body parts. So this type of joint is called as gliding joint. And what are the example of this gliding joint? See, gliding joint is present in our wrist as well as in our ankle. Okay, here we can say in ankle, this type of joint is present in the wrist and ankle. Okay. Now we will move forward for the next joint, that is hinge joint. Okay, hinge joint. Very good. Hinge joint. Where is this hinge joint is present in our body? Who will tell me? Okay, good. See, have you seen the door of your house? Look here, children. This is the door of your house, for example. Okay, this is called as hinge. I will show you here this compass also. See. Now it's open. If I will do like this, open the compass, then the joint is closed. If I will do like this, it will open. Okay. So this is called as hinge joint. Okay. Look here. Like this. One bone is rotating in this socket. Okay, such type of hinge joint is present in our elbow. Where? In our elbow as well as in the knee. Let's see in this PPT. Okay, hinge joint. Okay, allows movement in one direction only. Front, back. Okay, allows movement in one direction, back and forth, or flex and extension. Means while doing exercise, or if you want to show your body what you are doing, you all are doing, you are doing like this. Yes. So that is a flex and extend. This hinge joint is present in your elbow, both the elbows as well as in your knee. With the help of that, we can do the movement back and forth. Okay. So this hinge joint is present in your elbows and knees. Very good. Now these are the example of hinge joint, that is elbow and knee. Now we will move forward for the next joint, that is pivot joint. Okay, pivot joint. I will take this pivot joint. Now where this type of joint is present in your body, just see here. See, one ring like structure is there and this bony structure is fixed into that ring and it will rotate. So where which body part is moving like this? Just rotate your neck. Yes, correct. This joint is called as pivot joint. This bony structure is fixed in this ring and this ring helps to move this bony structure. Okay, and with the help of that we can move our neck right side as well as left side. So this joint is called as pivot joint. And which is the example of pivot joint? Our neck. Okay. So look here. A cylinder shaped bone. This is a cylinder shaped bone rotates inside another bone. This is another bone and this is a cylinder bone which rotate inside this another bone. Just now I have shown you. See, this bone is rotating inside this ring. Okay, that is called as pivot joint. That forms a ring around it. This ring, see, this one ring is formed around this bone. Yes, that is the structure of this ring like structure and one bone which is rotating inside it. That structure is called as pivot joint and this joint is present in our neck. With the help of pivot joint, we can rotate our neck like this, right, left. Even the few people, they can rotate their neck 270 degree. Okay. See. So, today what we have learned today? What is a joint? So, what is a joint, children? Joint is a place where the two or more bones meet. Joint is a place where the two or more bones meet. That place is called as joint. And what helps us to join the bones? Cartilage. What is a cartilage? This is a type of tissue that covers the surface of a bone at a joint. Cartilage, these are the tissues which covers the surface of a bone at a joint. This, see, look here, this black, that is the cartilage which covers the end of this bone, okay, at a joint. That is called as cartilage. Now, we have seen the main types of joints, that is immovable joints. What is immovable joints? The joints don't allow any kind of movement of the bones, that are called as immovable joints, as well as fixed joints. In our skull, there is a immovable joints are there in our skull. That is, we cannot move that joints. Okay, so skull and upper jaw is an example of immovable joint. Skull and upper jaw is an example of immovable joints. And which joints we have seen the movable joints? That is ball and socket joint, gliding joint, hinge joint, pivot joint. Okay, the movable joints allows the greater freedom of movement. With the help of movable joint, we can do the lots of body movements. Okay, now you have to identify. I am going to show you the different shapes to you. You have to identify that shapes. Okay, now come on, identify which joint it is. Yes, you have guessed correctly. It's a ball and socket joint. Very good. Now you have to tell me what type of joint it is. See the movement of this joint and tell me the name of this joint. Which type of joint it is? Gliding joint. Correct. This gliding joint is present in our wrist. Okay. And this ball and socket joint is present in our shoulders as well as in our hip. Very good. Now I want to ask you this joint. See the movement of this joint, or I can show you this also. See, now it is closed, now it will open. See, this joint is hinge joint. Okay. This hinge joint is present in your elbow and as well as in your knee. Okay. Now I am going to show you different joints that you have to identify. First joint. Come on. Identify which type of joint it is. Yes, very easily you have identified. That is ball and socket joint. Correct. Now let's move forward for the next joint. But before that, you have to tell me where the ball and socket joint is present in your body. Yes, ball and socket joint is present in your shoulder. Okay, as well as in your hip also. This is the example of ball and socket joint. That is shoulders and hip joint. Good. Now you have to identify which type of joint it is. See the movement of this joint. Up, down, left, right. You can rotate it also. That is gliding joint. Very good. And what is the example of gliding joint? Come on, tell me. That is the wrist. Yes. Gliding joint is present in your wrist. See, you can do the movement up, down, right, left. You can rotate your wrist also. So, this gliding joint is present in your wrist. Very good. Now, you have to identify this joint which do the movement at one side. See? I'll show you this also. Come on, identify, open, close. Here the joint is present. See, look here. This joint is present in your home. At your home also, if you will observe the door, this type of joint is present here. Which type of joint it is? Yes, that is the gliding joint. Hinge joint it is. Which type of joint it is? Hinge joint. Very good. Now, I am going to show you the last joint, which is very important. See, this bony structure is rotating in this spring like structure. Okay. See? Okay. Where this type of joint is present? Yes, of course. In your neck. That is called as pivot joint. And what is the example for pivot joint? That is neck. Okay. Here, hinge joint is present in the elbow as well as knee. Hinge joint is present in your elbows as well as in your knees also. So, today we have learned the different types of joints, that is immovable joints and movable joints. And what are the examples of immovable joint? That is skull and upper jaw. Skull and upper jaw. In movable joints, we have seen the ball and socket joint. And what are the examples of ball and socket joint? Shoulder as well as hip. Gliding joint, which is present in your wrist. Hinge joint, which is present in your elbows and knees. Pivot joint, which is present in your neck. With the help of that, we can do the movements of our neck. Thank you, all of you. Good day. Don't forget to wear the mask whenever you are going outside. Take care. Thank you.